Hey y'all, welcome to today's Bold and Beautiful Chat. We start out with Bill and Brooke, and Bill begs Brooke not to leave, and he regrets what happened with the Spectre building and having it set on fire. And he says, please tell me I still have you, to Brooke. And Brooke says that he's just sorry that he got caught, is the only thing he's sorry about. And Ridge tells Quinn to take more time off if she needs to at Forrester and spend the time she needs at home with Eric. And Quinn says things are on track since Sheila is out of the picture. And then it shows Sheila, and she is wearing Eric's bathrobe and looking at a picture of Quinn and Ridge, saying a picture of them when they were in the elevator when it was stuck, saying they will screw up again. And Sheila calls Charlie and calls him partner. And she asks how things are going with Quinn and Eric. And Charlie tells Sheila not to call him her partner. And Bill said he isn't letting Brooke leave until he makes this right, because earlier when they were talking and he was telling her he was regretful and sorry that this happened, she said she was going to leave. And Brooke says, what have I done? A couple times. What have I done? What have I done? And she was crying, and she tells Bill that she can't live this way, and she can't live with how Bill treats people. Liam and Steffi are talking, and Liam says if he has to be tough, that he will be tough and brutal and all that to get things done. And Steffi said she doesn't want him that way. She wants him the way he was when she married him. And Quinn told Ridge not to give up on Brooke, that she would find her way back to him. Brooke and Bill argue real loudly, screaming and crying and all that, and she said she gave up so much to be with Bill, and the idea of a big strong man protecting her, which is what she felt Bill was doing back when they got married. And if Bill can hit his son, then she feels like he could hit her too, and that really sent Bill off, because he said that he could never hit Brooke. And Charlie goes to see Quinn, and when Quinn opens the door, or he goes in, and Quinn sees him, Charlie says he knows that he's not her favorite person, and that he didn't stand up for her and stand behind her and all that. And Quinn acts like she can't stand him and tells him to hurry up and tell her why he's there, because she's headed home. And Charlie said that he came to let Quinn know that Sheila is still in town. And Quinn said, how did he know? And he just said he had his ways. And Quinn said to text her Sheila's address, and then she hurries out the door. Pam says she is ready to go and walks into where Charlie's at, and she can tell something's wrong with Charlie, and she asks him what's wrong. And he said he had to write up an incident when actually what he was doing was texting the address of Sheila to Quinn. And Quinn goes to Sheila's address and bangs on the door for her to open up the door several times. And Steffi says Liam is doing this to Bill because of Sally Spectre, and Liam said no, it could be anybody that he was taken up for, and to not plead Bill's case for him. And Bill and Brooke argue more. They're still loud and crying and just screaming. It's the most emotional scene I've seen in a long time. And Brooke is upset at this point because she said Bill lied to her and said he wanted to take a leave to be with Brooke, when actually it was because Liam was taking over Spencer and Bill didn't have a job. And Brooke needs time to think about everything going on and what Bill has done. And she runs out of the room and that she and Bill are in. And Bill follows her and hollers after Brooke to not do this. Quinn keeps banging on the door, and Sheila takes off the bathrobe that she has on that belongs to Eric and grabs the portrait of herself and puts them in another room, and then she goes to the door. And they talk real snide to each other for a few minutes, and then Quinn tells Sheila that Sheila is leaving tonight, and Sheila says that Quinn doesn't tell her where she can live or what she can do. And Quinn picks up the telephone that's in Sheila's room, and Quinn is saying, "Hurry up and answer. I think she is calling to the downstairs desk to tell him that Sheila will be moving, but I'm not positive." But Sheila tells Quinn to put the phone down, and then they start to fight. And this time, I believe Quinn pushed Sheila first, and they push each other and throw food at each other and objects that are in the motel room at each other. And then they push each other on the bed, and they're kind of fighting around on the bed. And a maid comes in, opens the door, and pushes her cart in and sees them. And she thinks something different is going on than what actually is going on. And she says that she will come back later. And she goes back out of the room with her cart. And then the door opens up enough for her hand to come around. And she gets the do not disturb sign and puts it on the outside of the door. And Quinn and Sheila watch as she does this. And they fight more. And Quinn tells Sheila she will never, ever have Eric. And Quinn says, "You tried your best, but you'll never have him." And Sheila said, "You haven't seen my best," as Quinn leaves. And Liam asked Steffi why should he want peace with Bill. His mother kept him safe from Bill, and Bill doesn't deserve Spencer. And Brooke thinks about Bill and all the bad things that Bill has done, and she starts crying. And she left where Bill was at, and she went somewhere at Forrester, I guess in one of the offices, I believe is where she went. But anyway, she starts crying and lays over the arm of the couch and is just real upset. And Ridge walks in, and he said Brooke's name a couple times, and he sat down beside of Brooke, and he said whatever it is that Ridge is there for Brooke, he will always be there for her. And Brooke turns around and just lays in his embrace and lets him hold her as she cries. So that was the show for today, and I don't guess there's anything I can add. So let us know in the comments below what you thought about the show and where you think things are going. And anyway, I hope that you have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Bye-bye.